Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Thursday, October 18th, 2012. Well, the other shoe has dropped. Gabriele Bernardino, the chairman of EIOPA, the European insurance regulatory body, was publicly quoted today as saying that the assumption that the recent postponement of Solvency II implementation, which is the new EU-wide regulatory scheme for reinsurers, insurers, and banks, that it would go live in 2015 is simply too ambitious. Mr. Bernardino says that it could start to be implemented under the best scenario either in 2015 or 2016, and that best assumption depends upon the progress of the political process. We talk about uncertainty in an area where certainty is needed. This is not a good thing for the risk industry. Meanwhile, in Athens today, there's an explosion of protest against the proposed 17.7 billion euro budget cut that the government is being forced to impose so they can meet the EU standard. Tens of thousands of Greeks have taken to the streets. Syntagma Square, Constitution Square in downtown Athens is the scene of intense protests at the moment. Stones, pieces of marble, fire bombs are being thrown at police. The police have fired back with tear gas. There's a general strike that has shut down most public services in Greece right now. Schools, hospitals, shops, public transport, taxi drivers, airports, airlines, etc. Not a good situation. Meanwhile, in Kuwait, of all places, a big oil-producing nation, 6 people were arrested last night after a demonstration in front of the Kuwaiti parliament drew thousands of protesters. The thousands of protesters were protesting that a new date for elections has not yet been set for the Kuwaiti parliament. The Emir of Kuwait, in early October, the 7th to be exact, dissolved the parliament. He technically has 2 more months within which to hold an election. Protesters obviously are hoping that it's going to be done sooner rather than later. A big British insurance broker that's internationally based, Jardine Lloyd Thompson, said that it expected its profit to fall at its reinsurance business this year because big insurers were passing on less risk than they did last year. According to JLT, we have experienced some large primary insurers retaining more risks. This has been a trend that we've seen now throughout the industry. Also, the UK-based aerospace insurer Global Aerospace, which operates a pool of global reinsurers to do aviation insurance, apparently is going to bump out the Spanish reinsurer and insurer MAPFRE, M-A-P-F-R-E. The aerospace pool CEO Nick Brown said that aerospace is only able to include higher-rated securities within that pool. MAPFRE was dropped down to a BBB+ by the ratings agencies earlier this month. Platinum Underwriters in Bermuda has kicked off the third quarter reporting season down there by blowing the doors off analyst estimates. Operating earnings came in at $1.96 a share. The consensus at Wall Street was 81 cents a share. Net profits of Platinum were about $85 million compared to a third quarter loss last year of about $53 million. In the United States, there was a line of severe storms packing strong winds and thunderstorms that raked across the southeast and central part of the country last night. Sent 4 people in Mississippi to the hospital, down power lines and streams in Alabama, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Mississippi. And it also canceled the Yankee-Detroit Tiger game in Detroit, Michigan, and it also imposed a 3.5-hour rain delay in St. Louis between the Cardinals and the San Francisco Giants. Japan's southernmost islands, which include Okinawa and Kyushu, have been now battered by the 21st typhoon of the year. This is Typhoon Prapiroon, P-R-A-P-I-R-O-O-N. It's not a terribly big storm. It has about 48 mile-per-hour winds, but it has an awful lot of rain. It's knocked out power to about 1,500 households as of now. It's raking across Kyushu, the southern island, and it's heading a little bit up to the northeast. It may rake by Tokyo, but it's not expected to cause any particular damage. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.